Alright guys, this is part 4 of 6 of the Cassus Media Services video series. In this video, we're going to talk about graphic design. Now, graphic design is something that, you know, everybody seemingly knows how to do, but it's not just about the technical skill of designing something. It's also about what needs to be designed. Does that make sense? So, for instance, I'm going to take this actual icon here. I don't know if you know what this actually means. It doesn't matter, right? It makes you wonder, right? This symbol, it kind of looks like the when you align text on a word processor. So like, well, is it left aligned? Is it justified? Is it right aligned? Is it centered? It looks like kind of a combination of all of those things. But you can think, the point is this design here, I didn't create this. This is actually just a favicon, which is awesome fonts, I believe, designed like hundreds of icons that you can use on websites and stuff like that. Or Font Awesome, that's what it is. So they have these icons, and a graphic designer made those. They made these little black and white icons. You know, you can see it in my other thing here. These are unique. I mean, they look like other ones that have been made, but the files themselves are unique. Some graphic designers sat down in Photoshop or whatever program they use and said, I need to make a vector file. I need to be able to have exact dimensions. Um, and these are all very, very carefully made. These weren't just thrown together, but they're simple. So simplicity, and I am a huge fan of minimalism. If you've never seen The Minimalists on Netflix, I highly recommend it. It's gonna change your life. So graphic design. Let's get into this. I have artists ready to go. I have people who I can reach out to do very complicated stuff. That might be extra cost because that has to then come out of my pocket. But we can make it happen. So if you just need something simple, like you need logos, um, you need photos. Like I can do about 70 to 80% of what normal people need for their business. Um, Now, if you need me to create like a graphic like this, I use stock elements, but I have access to thousands and thousands and thousands of different images. So it takes me a bit to discern what looks good and what doesn't. I don't just go off of the first, thing that I see. Um, and this is actually from, oh gosh, I can't remember where I got that from. Um, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's why you'd work with me, right? So, as long as I can make it look good. But anyway, so design tells a story. Design helps you put in pictures what words might fail to say. Um, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's very true. So if you saw, I'm just going to show you like this graphic here that I used on my website. Um, I chose this specifically because it's very simple. It kind of describes me as a person and what I do for my business. Computer, watch, phone. That says technology, a pair of glasses, nerd. Okay? So I'm somebody who knows how to use all these things and I'm a nerd. And that kind of describes me. So, um, and this little tidbit down here, this is absolutely true. I always have your end goal in mind, and it's easier said than done. So, we have to create a strategy, a visual branding strategy for you. Um, and it's not just like, oh, okay, well, just let me come up with some stuff. We're going to talk about it, you and me. If you hire me, we're going to talk about your strategy and what needs to happen, what needs to show up on the website, and so on and so forth, because it needs to be consistent branding. branding and psychology is a huge part of graphic design. So, and again, I'm not a master graphic designer by any means. I'm very transparent about that, just so you know what to expect. But a lot of it, again, is not how it's made or how it comes to be, but what is being used and why. Okay. So, that being said, get in touch with me if you need some graphic design. If you do hire me for web design, graphic design comes with it automatically. You don't pay extra for any of the multimedia services, which is also audio, video, as well as the graphic design. So, if you have any questions, hit me up about those. Next, we're going to get into the last two services: social media management and advertising with NectarCast.